It's out of here. Ties us up, a 2-run shot. Wild pitch gets by the catcher, and the go-ahead run will come across. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and swing and missing. And welcome back into Johnson County Community College and Johnson County Sports Live. Game 2 of our softball doubleheader between North Oklahoma College and your Johnson County Community College Cavaliers, getting ready to get going here in just a matter of a few seconds. Sorry, we had the technical difficulties earlier with Game 1. We're back running here for Game 2, as we'll keep an eye on any possible stream droppage, but for as of right now, should have no problems moving forward. Second game of the afternoon after Cavaliers took Game 1 6-1, and a first pitch strike is rifled in. This is Jalen Lovers. They'll get to start in circle for the Cavaliers. Her turn in the rotation with a 5.78 ERA on the season, 25 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 23 innings pitched. Just one put in play. Burkhart charging in from third, throw across to first, but she beats it out up the line on an infield hit. Showing off the wheels, getting up the line. That's Liggins again. She led off in Game 1 and leads off here again in Game 2. That's my broadcast partner. I puts on the headset. Welcome back in.
Yeah, I thought that Burkhart did everything she could. She charged that ball well and got it out of her glove clean and got it over to first, but Liggins just beat it out.
Oh, well, actually, I think now they've come back and say that was a foul ball. Or
oh, that couldn't have been a foul ball. Well, it might have hit the plate.
Yeah, so she comes back in. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Lovers delivers that one off the plate. That's ball 1. Already a little quirkiness to get us started here in Game 2. Here's the 1-2 from Lovers. This one is popped up. Morris charges in and brings it in. There's out number 1, so a leadoff single taken off the plate of Liggins. She will go back to the dugout. There's now 1 gone here in the top of the first inning. Sydney Redmond, the shortstop, is in next, followed by Taryn Rhodes. The same 1-2-3 order for the Jets. Rhodes this time, instead of being catcher, she's the designated player, as both teams made some slight changes in their lineups, but not too much, especially on the Johnson County side. We hear from Coach Bratton Volkins every time when she gives us the lineup card in the mornings is that it's pretty much the same that it's been, as they've kind of figured out who's in the top, who's in the middle, and who's in the bottom half of the order at this point in the season. Not a whole lot of variation from the Johnson County dugout. Sun continuing to shine out here on the campus of Johnson County Community College. No clouds around, so plenty of sunshine. It's really starting to warm up throughout this afternoon. This one is poked up the line and foul. First base, 1 ball, 2 strikes is now the count to Redmond. Who likes here in Game 2 to ditch that windbreaker she had on in Game 1. Aforementioned the weather warming up.
57, first pitch.
Now we have time called. Redmond wanting a little bit extra time. Our Lovers will come reset. Count at 1-2, 1 gone. Here's the next pitch from Lovers. Now 2-2 is that one missed the zone. Another one popped up. This one in the infield towards second. And over to bring it in. That's out number 2. The last time out for Lovers in a start was on March 14th. That was the 13-5 loss against Iowa Western Community College. That was the 4th and final game the Cavaliers played in that triangular they hosted against the Reavers and the Trojans from North Iowa area. She made it through 2 1/3 innings pitched, allowing on 4 runs come across on 6 hits, 4 of them earned. 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, and did give up 2 home runs. So looking to bounce back here in this start. Here's the 1-0. That one also missing, so now 2-0 in the count.
Got the outside corner that time.
Wanted to call there, not going to get 3 balls, 1 strike. White in the cleanup spot currently is on deck. And 3-1 looming from Lobbers. And just like we saw McNally do in the first game, Badley back in the count. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of thud from that catcher's mitt today. This one just getting a piece, keeping the at-bat alive for Rhodes, still 3-2. Archdeacon, the backstop for Johnson County here in Game 2. Also have Kaya Cordill, designated player, among a couple other changes here in Game 2. Again, a good effort over there at second. It keeps it on the infield, but it'll leg out an infield hit.
Yeah, Smith did a nice job knocking that ball down. Just couldn't quite get it in her glove.
Yeah, did everything she could with it. It was on a line. A lot of velo coming off the bat. It was a solid grounder on the right side of the infield. Now White, the first baseman, a runner on, 2 gone. Lovers trying to turn the Jets away and keep it a scoreless top half of the first inning. Side part of the zone, there's a strike, 1-1.
White was 1 for 4 in the last game with a single.
That one just upstairs, missing the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Especially with this home plate umpire, from what we've seen, is those outer parts away, out and away in the strike zone is more favorable to get the call. So now a 2-2 from Lobbers. And bounces. Deacon keeps it right in front of her. Count full again at 3-2. Rhodes, runner at first, will be going on this next pitch with 3-2 and 2 gone in the top of the first inning. And she gets away. An infield hit and a walk keeps the top of the first half alive for Northern Oklahoma College. Now we'll be in Woods, the center fielder here in Game 2. Into the left-hand batter's box, lefty versus righty matchup.
She was 0 for 3 last game.
Good frame from Archdeacon, able to get the call in for strike 1. Bowers really ahead now at the foul tip. No balls, 2 strikes. Leans into it, out towards right,
Nice
and
try.
Foul territory. A great diving play, but just can't quite bring it in, so it keeps it at 0-2. Haley Bryant out there
She made a
in right
nice,
field.
nice effort.
Saw a great catch on the run in foul territory on the out in left field by Taryn Burghardt to wrap things up in Game 1. That would have been a highlight-worthy play, a web gem to wrap it up here in the top half of the first, but we move along. Still 0-2. Lovers, next pitch to Woods. Another one just getting a piece, soft foul ball. Wood's doing a great job spoiling the pitches, keeping this at bat alive, trying to draw it out, find something she likes, puts it out into the outfield, maybe score the first run of the game for the Jets. Another 0-2, couldn't get her to chase high and outside. Lover's having a hard time trying to put Woods away, not going down without a fight. Another pitch in this long at bat. This one pulled, head out towards right, and it will land down as a base hit. Runner will hold up at third, but now on the long drawn out at bat, that now brings the bases loaded with 2 gone for Lakeland Thompson.
Thompson was 0 for 3 in the last game as well. She did reach on an error.
That one just below the knees on a first pitch ball from Lavers. This one, solid charge out towards center. Morris has a track on it and able to bring it in. So second time just in today's action, the Cavaliers able to work out of a bases loaded jam. It stays a 0-0 score as Taryn Burkhart will lead us off in the bottom of the first here on JC Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
On the bottom of the first, we get things started here for the Cavaliers. Burkhart, Jefferson, and Morris, the first 3 due up for the Cavaliers. So we take a look on the other side at the starting pitcher. It'll be Allie Nash, a sophomore, coming in with the most work in the circle for the Jets in the season. 51 in the third innings pitch, the 6.55 ERA. Starts with a first pitch strike in on Burkhart. 28 strikeouts, 19 walks, 48 earned runs allowed on 73 hits. And so with a 3-4 record does Nash, and quickly ahead of Burkhart here. Got her looking the first pitch, swinging and missed, the second for an 0-2 count.
Burkhart reached on an error and walked in game 1 and scored both times.
It has a 3-pitch strikeout here. Don't say that very often for the Cavalier leadoff man. And that will do it. Now Jaylee Jefferson will step back in, launched a 3-run home run in game 1. It was a part of a big 4-run bottom of the 5th inning for the Cavaliers. They were able to hold on for a 6-1 victory. Next pitch from Nash, outside and away. That's in the zone for strike 1. Solid line, over to short, played, and over to first in time. Quickly 2 gone in the Cavs' half of the first inning. Well, Morris, past few games, we've seen her down at about the 5 or 6 spot for Coach Bratton Volkins, but works her way back up into the 3 spot.
She had an RBI single in game 1.
And the count 1-0. Next pitch from Nash. Off speed, yanked and by the third baseman. I'll get out to left field for a 2-out knock. Waited for her, got what she was looking for, and pulled it on the ground and past the glove of the third baseman as he goes out. And now a chance with 2 gone for Aspen Burgard, runner at first base.
She had a double and a solo home run last time. She was 2 for 2 and a walk.
One, that one just off the dish for Nash. She wanted it, not going to get it. 1-1. This one just out of the mitt. Gonna get away and going ahead, moving on up to second is Eve Morse.
Uh-oh. Nope,
Towards
gonna be
center.
right at
Yep,
her.
Not going to be enough under it, just on the shadow of the warning track for the third and final out. Allowed out number 3. Scoreless for both teams in the first. We go to the second in a 0-0 ball game on JC Sports Live.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Back in, you're watching Cavalier softball on Johnson County Sports Live. Gregory, followed by Pellet and Foltz. 7, 8, 9 due up in the top of the second for Northern Oklahoma College. They're looking for their first earned run here this afternoon. They had 1 run across in game 1. It was an unearned run reaching off an error. And coming around to score a little bit later on. This one chopped up the third baseline, but that goes foul. Now back-to-back foul, 1 ball, 2 strike. Cavaliers back to their winning ways. Winners of 7 of their last 8, looking to make 8 of their last 9, sweeping today's doubleheader with the Jets. So we take a look at what's coming up next. This will be have a week off. They'll be back here at home on Tuesday, Thursday, the 28th, a week from today, against Allen County Community College as conference play will start to open up for these Cavaliers. The boys baseball team already getting into conference play as well. I've had a couple with Neosho, Fort Scott as well. I was hearing it from all the softball team was here on Saturday when you and I were in Wichita for those Shrine duels, and baseball had the home doubleheader against Fort Scott Community College. The picking up 2 wins there, but I had heard from one of our other broadcasters that were there that there was a record-breaking 10 home runs in 1 game, which would have been the most in a conference game. This one's tossed over to first, and that's in time. That's out number 2, so So not only did we have the walk-off game here and a dominant second game, an 8-1 victory for Johnson County over Kirkwood, but we also missed a record-breaking performance over on the for the baseball team as well. So we look forward to getting back over there, calling some baseball games for these Cavaliers.
Brings up Pellet. She was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in game 1.
And outside leads off for ball 1 does Pellet. Blowing the batter that time. Solid pop. The catcher's mitt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, it should be 2-0 now. Yeah. There it is. We're all good. Here's the 1-2, and this one popped up and out of play. Not too often you hear the home-plate umpire saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's only 1 out when there's 2 outs in the inning.
That'll fly out to center and a ground out to second.
Shallow left. That will get down for a 2-out knock. Lands right in front of Burkhardt. Not close enough to try to dive out and make a play on it, but with 2 gone, best to just stay in front of it and let that runner take first, as so far the Jets, they have not shown the ability with runners on to really start making some noise.
This will be Foltz's first appearance. She didn't play in game 1. She's playing in right field game 2.
Megan Foltz, a freshman outfielder out of Catoosa, Oklahoma. High bunt play, but up and over into the stands. No balls, 2 strikes. 208 average, 11 hits and 6 RBIs, including 4 doubles and a home run for Foltz on the season. 0-2. Got her. Well.
Second baseman number 6, Tyler Liggins.
So the inning will keep moving on. Liggins back in to bat. First pitch swinging and into the net. That's foul ball for strike 1. Well, somebody somewhere had a mishap. We don't know who, but
takes us back to the top of the order.
Yep. One is off the plate, 1-1 count. This one skyrocketed. Jefferson calling for it, goes in and bring it into shallow left center. Now that's out number 3 as we wrap things up in the top of the second. Still looking for our first run of the game here on JC Sports Live in game 2.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Dan, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
Ready to start the bottom half of the second inning. Cavaliers looking to break this nothing deadlock right now. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan. Kate Ediger will lead it off for the Cavaliers. She'll be followed in later on in lineup Haley Bryant and Kaya Cordill.
Ediger's due. She was hitless in game one.
It's a fairly rough day when the only hit you have is a hit by the catcher trying to throw back, go down to third. 2 separate times we had that.
Yeah, we did.
Ediger was in, runner was stealing third. She didn't move out of the box. So again, that was kind of a more strategized advantage, not letting the catcher have an easy throw down to third. So she took her lumps there, but then later on we had Jaylee Jefferson that struck out in that bat, and then the catcher was trying to throw back to the pitcher, and somehow ended up hitting her in the back of the helmet. A little attempt, but
I think they were going to throw it around the horn, but hit Jetty right in the helmet.
Got tip into the catcher's mitt. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes in the count. This one up, and nobody wants it. It falls down to Ediger. Was going to second, but able to retreat back to first base, get the hand on the bag. Calls for time so she can get up and collect herself, and she was rounding around first. Looked like she was well on her way to second and holding up at the last second, almost halfway in between. And able to get back in time. That's all that matters. The leadoff man is on for Johnson County as we move along. Now Haley Bryant in back-to-back appearances in the games today. Was a designated player in game 1 and now out in right field here in game 2. Exact same spot as the last pitch from Nash. Still not getting the call. 3 balls, no strikes.
Thought it was off the plate. Oh, she just turned her back and took that. Well, we heard that clear up here. Ouch.
That was a good job being picked up by our crowd mic, too. The solid thud and going up the line, putting a hand on it. I know they traditionally say don't rub it, but I think that's a lot easier said than done, especially after hearing the impact as it hit it right in the middle of her back, too. It's a tough place to take it. We'll give a little bit extra time for her to shake it off. We move along to Kaya Cordill.
Be her first time up today.
Ediger at second, Bryant at first for the Cavaliers. And the first pitch ball from Nash. Oh. Didn't want to try to put a tag on her, but Ediger might be staying an extra half step or step close to second this time around. Another one outside. 3 straight balls to start this at bat.
Nash struggling with her control here all of a sudden.
towards left. If in foul territory, it falls down. Cordell, a 289 average on the season, 6 RBIs.
She's got one out here at second base right now. She can cash it in. Trying to get a walk.
Yep.
That'll load them up.
A chance for the Cavaliers to do some pretty big damage here. On the bottom of the second inning, bases are loaded and still nobody out. And a fresh slate. And Archdeacon, the catcher, and takes the first pitch ball around eye or nose level.
Archdeacon's first at bat today.
Emma Smith, the second baseman, on deck. 1-0. In the zone, low and away corner for strike one. Archdeacon's first appearance at the dish here in today's action. Popped up and off net. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's trouble.
It's under it and just drops foul territory. Come to learn every time you say that's trouble. It's almost not trouble. Pretty close there, close to the chalk. And would have landed in fair ground. Definitely scores at least 1 run for the Cavaliers. Here's the next one, and
That's
this
gonna do
one.
it.
Now you can say it as they'll roll
she
all
gapped
the way to the wall. 1 across, 2 across. They're going to get that third one waved around. A bases clearing double for Hannah Archdeacon. Big
hit.
3 RBIs picked up in 1 swing of the bat, and that puts Johnson County up 3-0.
She plugged that gap just perfectly.
Still an RBI chance here for Emma Smith.
Yep.
Three RBIs now put Archdeacon to 15 total on the season. This one pulled definitely a lot of distance. Keep it fair. It's a 2-run shot for Smith. The 2 to Smith out in front, pulls it foul at the third baseline, still 0-2.
Waited on that breaking pitch, but just couldn't keep it fair.
It's off that 0-2 pitch, picks up their first ball on the count, 1-2. There's still nobody out in this bottom half of the second inning for Johnson County. Already 3 coming across, looking to make it 4 or more. There's 1-2. This one popped up. That will get up and out of play over the Johnson County dugout.
And there is a big gap between left fielder and center fielder.
Another 1-2. And that one popped up and out of play over our way. And the left fielder definitely was hugging it a little closer to the foul line.
All the swings and foul ball she's had's gone that way, so she's pulled over a little bit. But the center fielder has not. Definitely playing her to pull.
Three straight foul balls need Really good job of Smith outdrawing this at back, keeping it alive. Look for something she can handle. 1-2. In play, and that gets out.
Runner's going to have to hold, though.
And Smith will hold up at first. So Archdeacon had to wait just about an extra half beat or so to make sure that was getting through out into the outfield, and it did, so she'll move up to third. Runners at the corner, still nobody out. Back to the top of the order with Taryn Burkhardt.
Taryn struck out to start the game for the Cavaliers in the bottom of the first. See if she can do something to get this run home from third. Less than 2 out. Squares the bunt.
Yep. And that'll easily allow Smith to go ahead and steal second.
Yeah, base hit could plate 2.
Archdeacon back plenty of time safe over there at third. 2 balls, so strikes the count to Burkhardt at the dish.
Making Nash throw a lot of pitches in this inning.
Well, the Jets used 3 pitchers in game 1. So imagine they're probably going to have to choose to be a little bit more patient here with Nash in game 2. You don't have a lot of depth to reach back on. Here's a 3-0, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Burkhardt will now lead on, and the bases are loaded yet again in this inning for the Cavaliers. Another chance for Jaylee Jefferson as she'll stop and she'll have a quick conference with Coach Bratton Volkins, as now the head coach for the Jets is out. So just like what we were talking about, that shows what I know. She said maybe you got to have a little bit more patience with Nash, but they'll go ahead and bring her out of the game. And new relief pitcher is
22.
on. Well, Aubrey Williams, number 22, will take over the pitching duties. Fifth total pitcher in the last 2 games that the Jets have had to rely on. Williams traditionally put on the roster on the website as number 32, but wearing number 22 in the circle here today. 22 1/3 innings pitched, a 7.21 ERA, 28 walks, 16 strikeouts, and 23 earned runs. Coming across as she comes in, back against the wall. The bases are loaded and nobody gone, just looking to keep the damage to a minimum.
Yeah, Jaylee had a 3-run homer in the last game. If she could get another one here, it'd be the grand slammer.
Jefferson had a 3-run shot earlier. First pitch she sees from Williams, skips in front of the plate. Catcher keeping it in front of her for ball 1. Definitely tell Williams coming out feeling the pressure early. 2 straight balls, all of them low. Not one to hang something up here for Jefferson. Here's the 2-0. Lays off. It's 3 straight balls to start this at bat. Imagine Jaylee will be holding off this next time around.
I'd green light her if I was coach. That they probably won't. You're right. Nope, she was taken all the way.
She had the green light on that. Who knows? But taking it now 3-1.
Just when she likes here, she'll put a swing on it.
Knocking on the door of batting .400 on the season. She'll take the walk there. It also counts as an RBI. And the lead will grow for the Cavaliers 4-0. And the bases still remain loaded. Tom moves along now to Eve Morris. And this is a game, the way it's going right now, that the Cavaliers can really do damage here in this bottom of the second, and they can really run the Jets out of this game early.
Yeah, Morse singled in the bottom of the first, but was left stranded at second.
And you can tell Williams is really just having a hard time trying to get in the zone. As I believe all the pitches she has thrown, there's just only been one strike.
You know, it's dangerous to get behind these JCC hitters.
So another 3-0 count. And what's even worse is you get for the Jets is you got Burkhardt on deck right now. And a 3-0 at the plate to Morris.
She backs off.
Back-to-back runs will be walked in for Johnson County. It's now a 5-0 ball game. As action continues to ramp up in the bullpen for the Jets, and I think that will be it for Williams on today. Coach making his way into the circle.
Burkhardt will be the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the bottom of the second.
The day's not over yet. Looked like a fairly spirited conversation, though, with the head coach. And you can't give her the Barry Bonds treatment here where.
No. Although they may wish they had.
5-0.
Yeah, 5-0.
Now, what can Burkhardt do here if she gets a pitch that she can hit? But it's been tough for Williams. Already 2 runs walked across. That one in. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She could really make those walks hurt.
Long good look at Bratton Vulcans. A 2-1 count. Next pitch from Williams. Outer part of the zone. That's in for strike 2.
Surprised she took that.
Yeah. Pulls that one. Looked like it might have been inside, but protecting with 2 strikes. Can't blame her. It stays 2-2.
Yeah, she turned on that pitch.
Look out. Coach Bratton Vulcan's over there down the third base line in the coach's box. Another 2-2. This one skips, fills the count at 3-2. Burkhardt scampering back over to third. She's back safely. High fly ball out near right, drifting foul territory, and she dropped it. And a break there for Aspen Burkhardt. Her at bat will stay alive in a 2-2 count.
And I hate to say it, but good for the Cavaliers. Usually when something like that happens, it really comes back and bites you. Aspen can make this hurt.
Cavaliers already up 5-0. 2-2. And just protecting, pops this one out of play into the visiting batting cage.
You don't want to give Aspen Burkhardt a free out. She'll hurt you.
Another 2-2.
There
this
it is.
One lined out into the outfield will roll all the way to the wall. Could be a bases clearing double for Burkhardt.
And it is.
Yes, it is. Wow. 8-0 Johnson County. And they have officially broken this game up.
And they have officially battered around.
Yes, they have. Burkhart will pull in for her. It's her 12th double. And another pitching change here for the Jets as William comes in, isn't able to get an out. It's an 8 spot in the bottom of the second. We'll step aside for a brief moment here on JC Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
No, it's 8. Edgar singled and scored earlier in the inning. She came across on Arch Dickens' 3-run double.
So now it's Kara Stewart. She was the starting pitcher in the last game. Comes on relief here. Already third pitcher used. A freshman out of Enid, Oklahoma. 2-1. Breaking pitch set in the zone. That's strike 2 on Edgar.
It's got a good breaking ball.
It slipped off. She was trying to get back, but fell down. Stuck in a pickle, trying to slide back in safely, and she does. This Ashlyn Burkhart. Hands up in the air, says. So luck is definitely on her side between the pop-up that was dropped in foul territory on the right side of the field, and now getting back on what looked like undoubtedly who she was going to get tagged down and run down in the pickle.
What'd I tell you, when you give a hitter like her an extra out, she's going to hurt you.
So the strikeout there for Edgar. That is the first out here in the second inning.
That brings up Bryant. She was hit by a pitch and scored on Arch Dickens' 3-run double earlier in this inning.
Closing in on about 25 minutes of time just here in the bottom of the second. 8 runs coming across for the Cavaliers were popped up and out of play. There's Edgar to lead off in this inning as well. The 1-2. Just get the piece back into the net. Stays alive, a 1-2 count. Stewart looking for the second out. Not going to get it here. This is popped out. Well, at least not at the plate. She's not going to get it. It'll be a pop fly out to left. There's out number 2. Edgar sent back. Back in second time in this second inning is Kyle Cordell.
Kyle walked and scored earlier in the inning.
Well, Stewart is coming in, at least showing the capabilities of getting the ball into the strike zone. Another close pitch there, doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cordell. Looked almost kind of like in the same location. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stewart. Next pitch, yes, getting a piece of it. Software over to short, and it's in and out of her glove. Burkhart will come down the line at third. She will score. It is now 9-0. Johnson County. It's the softest knock you're going to get for a potential. You probably don't credit her the RBI on that. It was an error, but
that's an error. E3. Archdeacon had that big 3-run double earlier in this inning.
Yep.
And she is the 13th batter to come to the plate in this inning. I don't know, this may be some kind of record, but every player on the Johnson County roster in the lineup scored in this inning. You don't see that very often.
No, not
Look at that.
very often.
All 9 of them have scored.
Yeah, yep. 3-1, Archdeacon, breaking pitch, drops in the zone, or strike 2. Second foul, look out, everyone in the visiting dugout. Anyway, keep you on your toes in there. Another 3-2, and this one popped in the air. And again, another one into the visiting dugout. Now, back-to-back souvenirs popped into that dugout. They'll keep them in play. A good long at bat, battling hard, Hannah Archdeacon. Straightens it out. This one towards center. Coming into her left, and center fielder brings it in, and mercifully the bottom of the second inning has come to a close. Cavaliers scored 9 runs, only strand 1 runner at first as we go to the top of the third. A blowout on JC Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
2-3-4 due up.
Leading off the Shortstop number 5, Sydney Redmond.
Redmond, Rhodes, and White. 3
Popped
due
out
up here.
Popped out the second her last time up.
The majority of these Jets players just spent, it was a little over 30 minutes out there in the outfield or in the dugout waiting for that bottom half of the second to finally come to a close. All 9 batters for Johnson County coming across to score. It's a big 9 spot, and
you don't see that very often.
Yeah, you don't, and potentially close it in on a spread a little bit later on. We'll wait and see if they can get it. Flowers back into work behind the count 2-0. Gets a strike in there to get back into it. 2-1 count.
When you got them down, you want to finish it out. Don't give them any reason for hope.
Up. Jefferson calling for it and brings it in.
Could clearly hear that communication.
Yes.
Player number 10, Taryn Rhodes.
It seems like for Jaylee, as long as it's on that left side of the field, she's going to run down, she's going to bring it in. It doesn't really matter, even when there's been some questionable times where maybe we feel like it's in Burkhardt's territory and she's trying to call her off, but traditionally in the infield, you listen to the shortstop as they're kind of like the...
Yeah, she's the quarterback of the infield.
So she feels like she's got a beat on it. She's calling for it, calling for you to clear out. And you do so, but you're trusting her. She's going to make the play, as she did right there. 1 gone, a 1-0 pitch. And outside, it's 2-0 now. Good news for Taryn Rhodes here in Game 2, since she's a designated player. She doesn't have to worry about throwing the ball and hitting one of the batters or somebody.
It's got a tough game behind the plate.
Yes. Well, it is March. With March comes madness, as this one's lined out and solid. One out knock.
Yeah, solid single there.
They're already getting for all the college basketball fans, March Madness action's already happening. You see Michigan State pick up a win. You also have Duquesne knocking off
Duquesne.
Duquesne. End up knocking off BYU. Just got the report that already just barely a handful of games in, and supposedly there's only 13.8% of brackets still remaining perfect.
Only 13 after already. That's amazing. Well, that Duquesne win's probably a bracket buster. I don't know. It's really not that big of an upset. What is it, 11-5?
11 over 6.
11 over 6.
They were a popular 11 seed. There's been the past few tournaments. There's been quite a few 11 seeds to make a run. As this one's popped up. This will land right here in front of us. Ricocheting.
Oh, you got the camera again.
Still standing strong. That camera and that tripod, it has taken a beating today. There's no doubt about it.
Now that's really strange that it would go over the backstop and bounce and hit the camera.
Yeah, one of the managers is starting to make her way over to it and make sure everything's still up and running. She has just a look of disbelief on her face. Like it's just one of those days, I guess. It looks like it's just somebody's cell phone that's up there. As this one's line, that'll go foul. So whoever's cell phone that is up there, you gotta be really,
in harm's
really
way.
careful. A little bit.
Well, they had it really too close in that last game.
Yeah, they had it up on top of the backside, kind of on top of the stone and the brick, and there's a couple of liners that were right back and knocked it. The second time it knocked it off, I believe breaking a piece of the tripod as she gets away with the walk, goes White. And then that time just off the ricochet in the stands comes back in. Knocks out, still up, still running strong though, so there's your update on the film camera, I guess. That's what they're using it for, but now
Center fielder number 23, Sierra Woods.
trouble here for Johnson County as they got runners at first and second.
So, Dr. Davis, we're back in town the 1st week of April.
23 Woods, batters due up next.
come in. He said, bring her in May. He says, she's here almost every month.
This one is stung out into the gap. That will hit off the base of the wall, and that'll score at least one run for the Jets. So the other runner up at third. There's your first earned run of the day for North Oklahoma College. Skip or Deacon keeping in front of her from Lovers. 1-0. Runners at second and third.
Still only one out.
Back in Lakeland Thompson. Resounding strike one call with one gone.
This next pitch will be Lovers' 50th by my count. She did not like that call.
Now slamming the bat as she makes her way out of the box, trying to regroup. And 1-2 from Lovers. Swing and a miss. Frustrating that bat there for Thompson.
Yeah, you have that runner at third with less than 2 out. Your job is to get them home somehow.
Definitely did not like that strike two call and letting the bench know about it. Back in the dugout.
That was a borderline call.
And that's a big out number two. And this one launched out towards the gap. Morris back to the wall, and she brings it in on the warning track.
Whew. See how that wind was playing? It was blowing it away from her, and she held on.
Made things a little tougher on her, but able to bring it in. That leaves both those runners stranded at second and third for the Jets. They bring one across, but Cavaliers still in control, 9-1 as we go to the bottom half of the third.
Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe in downtown Spring Hill is that rare mix of hometown charm and uptown style. At The Bean, they brew the finest cup of coffee, tastiest teas, and most refreshing smoothies and frappes around. The Bean is proud to serve delicious, handmade pastries by Scratch KC, and they have the best breakfast, lunch, and convenient grab-and-go options in town. Have you been to The Bean? The Bean Coffee and Cafe, downtown Spring Hill. Craving a quick pick-me-up, tasty lunch, or afternoon treat? Have you been to The Bean? Everyone loves a special occasion to come together to celebrate. The Meadowlark is one of the premier wedding venues in the Kansas City area. But it's even more. Beyond nuptial and corporate events, the Meadowlark is now bringing live music to the area. Come enjoy a night of dinner, drinks, and entertainment without waiting for an invite. Follow Meadowlark Events-Live on Facebook for upcoming shows. Now you have even more reasons to celebrate at the Meadowlark.
Welcome back, bottom of the third on Johnson County Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan on the call, a 9-1 ball game. Cavaliers looking to complete the doubleheader sweep in the afternoon, taking game one 6-1. Right here on top, 9-1. All 9 runs coming in the bottom of the second for the Cavaliers. Batting around, all night runners coming around to score.
Thirteen batters came to the plate in that last inning.
Patch to Smith, chops it. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes before we go back to the top of the order. Taryn Burkhardt and then Jaylee Jefferson, the 3 due up for the Cavaliers.
Smith singled and scored last inning.
All right, pop up. And brought in right on the edge of the turf and the grass for out number 1.
Burkhart walked and scored her last time.
Facing off again with Stewart. 1-0 pitch and doesn't get in the zone. It's 2-0. Playing around with the timing of her pitches, the velocity, cranking it up and down. Playing off that one, now 3-0. Now 4-pitch walk. Burkhart will move on up to first base. Stewart lets her get away, and now it's a deal with Jaylee Jefferson coming in at bat next.
She walked and was credited with an RBI in last inning.
I wish she has that pitch back. Took it for a strike. Next time, I'd like to take that about 210, 220. Another breaking pitch. This one in the zone. That's strike 2. Jefferson looking to choke up and protect on an 0-2 count. So with a 3-pitch strikeout for Stewart. Got her swing and a miss.
Got her on that breaking pitch. She's got a good breaking ball. Yeah, Eve walked and scored her last time up and was credited with an RBI.
Going for second, sliding in safely as Burkhart. She steals second again. Way out. Burkhart thought about going for third. She'll scamper back over to second and safely. Do one from Stewart and pulling on a rope out there and left. A wave around Burkhart. She will come in to score, trying to stretch it to second. She's not going to be able to do it. And is tagged out there. She looks back at the first base coach and says, "My bad." When they hand up, not sure if she was given the green light or not, but she does bring that run across to score. Makes the score Johnson County 10, Northern Oklahoma College 1. So we go to the 4th inning on JC Sports Live.
Dan, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
What would happen if I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors? What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be. There is no typical firefighter.
Forward to catcher number 8. Cristiano Prince.
On the top of the 4th inning, it's Pellet due up here.
Singled her last time up, but was stranded at first.
So followed by Fultz and back to the top of the order, Liggins. Swung from Lavers, popped up. Shallow left, Burkhardt charges in and brings it in, no problem. And the first batter is the first out here in the top of the 4th in a 10-1 ball game here on Johnson County Sports Live.
I just verified, partner. The mercy rule is if they're ahead after 5 by 8.
Okay. Thanks. We always knew it was for baseball, 15 after 3, 10 after 5. And
yeah, it's different here in softball.
Yes. Right now for Johnson County, hypothetically, would be put the Jets down to the final 6 outs if they want to try to spread them. But North Oklahoma scored a run in the top of the 3rd. Looking to do it again here in the top of the 4th. Already 1 gone. Another at bat for Fultz, the right fielder. The 1-1 she sees from Lavers. Looks at it below the zone. That's ball 2.
This big lead, you don't want to give them any free passes. Make them put the ball in play.
Long run. See if anyone's going to make a play. Dive, but can't quite do it. And Haley Bryan, again, would have been another web gem of a play, but no problem. It lands in foul territory. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes in the count. For the Cavaliers, able to hold on to this lead here. It'll knock the Jets, the losers at their last 5 games, to get swept by the Cavaliers in their last time out against Eastern Oklahoma State College, and they split a doubleheader against Rose State College back on the 14th. They'll be back in action Sunday the 24th at Seminole State College in Oklahoma for more conference action for these Jets. This one fouled up off the top of the net. Count remains full at 3-2. Meanwhile, for the Cavaliers, again, in the middle of a really long stretch of games. They had 8 in the span of last week's action, 2 more here today. They'll have a whole week off. I'm sure these players and coaches will be very grateful for that. They're going pedal to the metal for the past about
they really
8-9 days or so. We'll be back in action next Thursday, the 28th. That's also opening day in Major League Baseball, so that'll be an exciting day for baseball, softball fans alike, just ball fans in general. And the Cavaliers will finally open up their conference play against the Red Devils of Allen County Community College. And let you get away. It's a 1-out walk. The runner is on for the Jets.
Second baseman number 6, Tyler Liggins.
Liggins 0 for 2 in this game. Flied out to center. Popped out to short for last time up.
Seen our fair shares of foul balls over the net today. I know that.
Yes, we have.
Especially in this game. The retrievers in each dugout working hard today.
Keeping them busy.
Yep. The 0-1 from Lavers. Low and out of the zone. Archdeacon can't quite get a handle on it. And that allows Fultz to go ahead and move her way up to second base. Still 1-1 count. Here's the next pitch. Now 2-1. Flowers then one to let another one get away. Well, it's like we were saying with the specific home plate umpire, those are the kind of pitches or pitchers, if they can put it in that part of the zone and the catcher helps with a little bit of framing, they're going to get the call quite a lot. Here's the 2-2 pulled, but fouled at the first base line. And I'm sure that's something that now for the Cavaliers, I know, and just for our broadcast, if I'm getting familiar with the umpire, I know the players and the coaches have to be familiar as well. And you just got you have to know off past experiences, hey, remember, in their zone, this is kind of what they like to see out and away for.
Yeah, and as a hitter, you just have to adjust.
2-2. That one way too far out of the
Whoa.
zone. Oh!
Now that's payback. Hitter in the helmet.
Yep.
Boy, we've seen it all.
This Archdeacon, she had to throw it out towards second instead of just outside the right-handed batter's box. 3-2. This one popped up. Burkhart, Jefferson, and Jefferson calls her off, brings it in. There's out number 2.
And shortstop number 5, Sidney Redmond.
I gotta tell you, this is just one of the quirkiest pair games that I know you and I have done here in quite a while. And it was just last week that we saw somebody went into their home run trot and ended up passing up one of their teammates, and it was a 2-run home run instead of a 3-run home run.
Yeah.
I thought that was some of the craziest stuff that I had seen.
You don't see that very often either.
No, you do not. Yeah, it was one of those. It was I believe they were playing. I believe it was North Iowa area, or it was Iowa West. It was one of the two that it was coming off the bat that runners at first and second. The hitter.
It was a high towering shot, so they were kind of holding up to see if it was going to go out, and the hitter just kept on trucking and passed one of the runners at third.
Yeah, I think it was the runner initially that was at first that was halfway in between. She wasn't sure if it was going to go out. I think the hitter maybe knew after a while as Lovers gets her to go around. There's strike 3, and that ends this top half of the 4th inning. Yeah, long story short, it was just really, really crazy stuff. A 3-run shot turned into a 2-run shot. Johnson County ended up winning at the end. That's all that really mattered there. 10-1 ball game, bottom of the 4th, coming up next on JC Sports Live.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Aspen Burgert will lead us off, the third baseman, followed by Kate Edgar and Haley Bryant. Right now a 10-1 ball game. Cavaliers could be on the way to spreading in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch swinging and a first pitch pop fly brought in by the second baseman out there in shallow right field for out number 1. Edgar will make her way back in. She was the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second inning, that 9-run bottom of the second inning. This will end up being, 13, 14 different
13 hitters came to the plate. Yeah. None of them scored.
And we'll add a solid knock onto it as well. And wanted to stretch it into a double, but good cut off by the left fielder will hold her to a 1-out single. And again, with that number, you had said that maybe it's history and could potentially be. You know, there's been already some history made here for the Cavaliers. I was reading something earlier. Aspen Burkhart, she's had 2 grand slams on the season. I guess the first Cavalier, at least in the last decade or so, if not ever, to have 2 grand slams in the same season. I read that.
She is a dangerous hitter.
Swan
Nice
over to
backhand.
short.
That's
Great
a nice play.
backhand. That's a very nice
play. She was
play.
off the bag, though. Just pulled the second baseman off the bag.
Designated player number 25, Kyle Cordell.
I know, good news for our team, but I like to appreciate great plays out there when they happen, and that had the makings of one. A great play out there by the shortstop.
Nice backhand in the hole. Made a nice throw, but it pulled her off. I guess it's not a nice throw if it pulls her off. But.
Sliding to her right, looking back over to her left, trying to throw it over, maybe, and in a hurry too. Like she had plenty of time to make that throw. It had to come out quick, and it was going to be bang bang one way or the other. Wind gust picking up just a little bit. It's been a nice breezy day here in Overland Park, Kansas. 2-1 from Stewart. Drops out of the zone. It's 3-1.
She wanted that pitch. Cordell walked and was credited with an RBI in that wild second inning.
Takes that one up high, so she'll get on with the walk, and the bases are loaded yet again for the Cavaliers. All right, the third time in this game. Another chance for Hannah Archdeacon. Had the bases clearing double. 3 RBI double. Last time bases were loaded, she was up at the dish. She watches this pitch in. It's a first pitch ball. The afternoon really starting to draw along here for North Oklahoma College. Archdeacon under this one, pops it up.
Oh, she dropped it.
Wow. And that's the second time that we saw it worked out well for Burkhardt when she got a second chance. What will Archdeacon do with hers? It's a 1-1 count.
Yeah.
Ball, 2 strike count to Archdeacon. 1 gone, bases are loaded. Next pitch from Stewart, swings at it, and on the handle, and a flare out to first is brought in. Runners will stay put with 2 gone.
Second baseman number 1, Emma Smith.
Smith singled and scored in the bottom of the second. We've had so many. The scorebook's hard to read.
It's starting to look a little bit like a mess over there.
It is.
Well, just remember on days, like I remember in some of our earlier games we were doing baseball where the team would get out to a double-digit lead and they'd start pinch hitting about their whole entire lineup. You had to, and then your scorebook really looked like a mess during those games. 1-1, breaking pitch, drops in the zone at strike 2. Oof.
You can do it.
2-2.
That's trouble. Nope. Again.
The trend continues with you. Fly out to right. Definitely trouble for sure. Not sure for who, though, as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Cavaliers 10, Jets 1 on JC Sports Live.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older. or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Well, top of the 5th inning, and the Cavaliers able to get 3 more outs here without surrendering a run. That should be enough for the spread after 5 innings. It's 8 runs or more. Currently a 9-run lead.
Lowry's pitching a nice game today. Man, that was right at the belt.
Two from Lovers to Rhodes. Is down low out of the zone. It's 2-2 count.
Got her looking.
The first baseman, number 1880, White.
White's walked her first 2 times up here, but been stranded both times.
From Lovers on the way into White. That one inside part of the zone. It's strike 1. See you shaking your head over there.
Yeah, I don't understand why the inside part is a strike and the outside isn't. But whatever. They're closer to it than I am.
Popped up and now I'll get up and out of play. Two. Lovers looking for another strikeout. Not going to get it here. Felt. Count now go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Didn't like that one.
She did not. Home plate umpire's trying to get it back in the pouch there.
Now my question is, if she ever throws that one back to Lovers, will she notice? That's a nice try. The 3-2. Out towards left. Burkhart in on the charge and brings it in on the run. That's out number 2 in the top of the 5th inning.
Woods is due up here.
The center fielder, number 23, Sierra Woods.
She doubled in a run in the top of the 3rd. Responsible for the only RBI.
That was a solid double. It hit off the base of the wall out there in left center. Backing in, Lovers watches the first pitch ball low and off the plate on the left side.
And we have finally hit 60 degrees, folks.
There we go. We'll enjoy this nice weather while we can, because before we know it, it'll be 60 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning. We wake up and
going to 90.
Oh, thank you. Wow, just definitely swinging that ball too in that one, but Flowers will take it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, this foul tip keeping her alive, having her off her toes as Woods. Flowers feels like he can almost do anything here. Good play by Jefferson at short. Collects it over the first in time. It was a beautiful backhand, and as I believe that is the spread, so that
it is.
Do it. Well, I'm waiting for an official announcement. Yeah, there we go. The
They're
players
shaking
lined it
hands.
up. Yep, and that will do it. The Cavaliers pick up back-to-back Division I wins again. They sweep the doubleheader on the day against North Oklahoma College, and the Jets, they now drop their losing streak to 5 in a row. Meanwhile, for Johnson County, winners of 8 of their last 9 as they continue to look like one of the best in Division II. They've climbed the ranks all the way up to number 7. They pick up the win here, and they'll be off for another week as they'll be back here at home against Allen County Community College. And partner, I'll turn it over to you. Your thoughts on these Cavaliers after they pick up the doubleheader sweep today in the afternoon?
Well, 2 really strong pitching performances today. The first by Maggie McNally and the second by Lavers. Lavero, she had a complete game. It would go down as a complete game because of the mercy rule, but she only gave up 1 earned run and struck out 1, 2, 3. Struck out 3 and only walked 2. So she had a really good game.
Yeah, and I think that pitching, that's a perfect place to start with for this Johnson County team. 2 runs given up total. Only 1 of them earned. That 1 they allowed in game 1 was unearned. It was a leadoff. Well, it was the very first batter they faced, and it was a routine grounder over to short, and Jefferson just pulled up her glove early. It was an error on her. That run came around to score, and that it was all she wrote in game 1, and then they had the 1 run coming across off that double here in game 2. But yeah, really, really strong performances from the Cavaliers in the circle today. So as they close out this doubleheader, as they take it away from the Jets, 6-1 and 10-1. As we will now take a break in our coverage. So again, we will be live next as we just take a look at the upcoming schedule. I'll give everybody a nice little breakdown of what we got. I know we got softball. They won't be back for another week. And I know for this weekend, I think we'll both have, I think there's baseball and softball going on. I'll pull up the schedule. Just want to make sure we get this right. So yeah, just on Saturday, we'll have a baseball doubleheader against Baker University. That'll be starting at 1 o'clock right here on Johnson County Sports Live. Dylan Vanderveen and Reed McAvoy will be on the call on that one. And it'll be a doubleheader for both teams a week from now on Thursday. So softball is here against Allen County Community College, and the baseball team will be hosting Highland Community College. Both of those games start at 1 o'clock, again, right here on JC Sports Live. So we got Saturday baseball, and then a week from now, Thursday, baseball and softball right here on Johnson County Sports Live. So be sure, if you aren't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, JCCC Athletics, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a broadcast whenever we go live. And we appreciate everybody's support and tuning along with today's coverage, along with Game 1 and Game 2. Again, we apologize for the technical delays. We got Game 1 in, and then YouTube decided to just take down our YouTube stream. So we got this one up and running for Game 2. So we'll try to get that worked out and figure out what the problem is there with Game 1. But again, Johnson County victorious, sweeping the afternoon doubleheader 6-1 and 10-1 against the Northern Oklahoma College Jets. As we will sign off again alongside Dennis Stern, I'm Dylan Funk saying so long. We will see you next time here on the home of the Cavaliers, Johnson County Sports Live.